The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host and or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of the host and or Paranormal Buzz Radio and or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is prohibited. Paranormal Buzz Radio will not be held responsible for you holding your knees, crying, and rocking in a corner in a puddle of your own urine, or being beheaded by a group of children in the cornfield. In fact, if you come across a group of children in a cornfield, we promise to make fun of you as you run away screaming in terror. Listener discretion is advised.
You're listening to RAP Paranormal and Friends with your hosts,
Kim Purvis
and Allison Robinson. Make sure to check us out on our Facebook pages, RAP Paranormal and Friends and RAP Paranormal Busters, for up-to-date show information and events.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host and or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of the host and or Paranormal Buzz Radio.
There we go. Hey everyone, welcome to another night of RAP Paranormal and Friends. Sorry we're running a little behind. Once again, we had some internet issues, but we think we got the kinks figured out. So, we are welcoming back David Oman of the Oman House and author of Ghosts of Cielo Drive, The Afterlife of Sharon Tate, and the Spirits of the Oman House. So please welcome David back to the show. How are you doing?
Fine. How are you doing, girls?
Oh, we're doing just fantastic now that we got this rolling. Kind of a
Doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
Yeah, I know. It seems like every time we have you on, something
Exactly.
plays with
It's
us.
the Omen. It's the Omen Gremlins at it again.
So, for the listeners who have not tuned in to you being on previously, can you tell them, maybe some of them don't know, what is the Oman House, what does this mean, and why do you have these spirits?
Okie dokie. Well, the first thing is I want to let people know that the house is not, and I repeat, is not located in Oman.
Right.
I get people from Saudi Arabia reaching out to me going, "Oh, Mr. Oman." I go, I said, no. The house is in Beverly Hills. It is nowhere near the Middle East. It is not that there's anything wrong with that.
Right.
To quote Seinfeld.
Right.
However, it's a place that a lot of people don't know is very, very active with paranormal occurrences. Mm-hmm. And the unique thing about the house is that nobody ever died here on this property that we know of. Mm-hmm. I mean, factually speaking, there is speculation, there's myth about a previous incident that took place long before Beverly Hills was Beverly Hills that we're talking about. So, that's I want to make that clear because there's been a lot of people that have been misinformed by one specific, very big para-celeb, as I like to call them, because they're not celebrities. Let's be honest here.
Right. Uh-huh.
Their notoriety is derived from being on a paranormal reality TV show. Mm-hmm. They're not. Great. I'm happy for them. And that's where their celebrities from. But outside of that, when you remove that context for them, most people don't know them, aren't familiar with them, and that's just the way it is. Mm-hmm. So one person who was here 10 years ago to shoot a show that was very successful for them. Mm-hmm. But I told them a story that was told to me some 7 years earlier by Lisa Williams, famous English psychic, when she was here, that she picked up some energy I didn't disclose to anybody for 7 years because I didn't want people to start spreading this information around.
Right.
And contaminating the resources of the psychic community. I want people to be in the dark and tell me what they were picking up without going in, quote unquote, open book exam for that information. Man that have a crash on college degree. Not that you have to have one to have a brain, but that's in addition to the fact the guy doesn't have a brain. And I said, you listen to that? And he goes, yeah. I said, well, that's not true. The fact is it's historically in the historical record, there's only one account of Native American burial grounds. And again, not even burial grounds, but Native Americans' remains being uncovered in this area within a mile of my house was down the street on Benedict Canyon at Chevy Chase and Benedict Canyon. You can go there to this day, and there's a little boulder. Then on the side of the boulder, there's a placard, and it says, "In this ground in 1925, when ground was broken, when first ground was broken for the Beverly Hills Women's Club, the remains of 3 Native Americans were uncovered on this spot from a battle between the early Californians and the Native Americans."
Right. Yeah.
And that's it. And